Cody, everybody. Give it up for Cody. Woo!
First time anyone ever called you lovely.
No. Well, double negatives.
Lovely like a pug's ass.
Let's hear it for Brando, everybody. That was great. Brando, let's hear it. So, let's also hear it for our bartenders tonight. Don't forget to tip, but let's hear it for the fantastic job that they have done. Because they listen to us. That is wonderful. So, yeah, I keep smelling pot. Does anybody smell pot in here?
It's a joint in your beard. So.
Anybody?
Oh. Lucky guess.
Oh, there it is. That's why I smell it. I'm glad someone was paying attention and watching on that. So, old party tricks die hard. That's what I say. Well, you in the video got it, so that's good. Anyway.
He's also good at hide the hot dog.
That's it, I can hide that. Yeah, well, that's why I wear, pants and sweats. So, anyway. So, here, I think we've got the, you want to hear the joke on the doggy style? Yeah. Here we go. So, doggy style joke. Here's the comeback. So, yeah. What was it? It was listening.
You're listening to doggy style while you're doing it doggy style.
Okay, yeah.
What's your joke?
So that's a lot like, isn't that a lot like smoking pot while going through high times, right? Kind of like it's even like it's like reading the Hustler's Digest just for the articles.
Hustler's Digest.
So that's what that's like to me.
Hustler's Digest.
Only article.
For the articles only. So, but anyway, that was that for that one there. And the other day, well, we'll go ahead and get the dirty one out now, just because it's you've done such a wonderful job of setting it up that way. But let's. So the other day, my wife and I were on a walk, and we went across the bridge. And I was like, well, I gotta piss, so I went ahead and I peed over the bridge there. And she says, well, you know what? I want to pee over the bridge too. So I said, well, go ahead. So she kind of climbs over the rail and she gets her pants down. And she's sitting, with her ass over the bridge. She says, I'm gonna pee on that canoe. And I said, what canoe? That's your reflection. Okay. So, but I got this week I got new glasses. I don't know if anyone can tell, but I can tell because I went the other night. I wasn't able to make it here last week, so I thought, hey, there's an open mic down at the other bar. I went down there and I went, wow, there's like nobody down here. So, and now I got these new glasses, and I kind of wish I had my old pair because now I can see that there's nobody down here either. This is terrible. So. Actually, there is a lot of people here tonight, which is kind of nice to see, Yeah. Hey, thank you for being here. Give it up for yourselves, what I say. So, anyway, I'll get this down. I notice I wander a lot, so I'm trying to hold on to this and stable myself, So, but it's hard. So I feel like a truck driver in Europe. So someone's paying attention. This is great. I love it. People are listening. Well, most of you are listening, I'm hoping. But so my wife's been out of town for the last couple of weeks, and I finally got to meet up with her. I picked her up. I met her up at her folks' house for Easter and stuff. And while I was there, she's telling me about Arizona and everything, how hot it is. And I looked at her, I'm like, yeah, I don't believe in climate change. And she's like, what? And I said, yeah, no, I don't believe in climate change at all. And I'm like, we're up here and the weather's bad. Every damn time it's Easter or the 4th of July, my whole life, been born and raised up here, 4 generations. It's kind of rare. Go ahead and take a photo. It's like seeing a Yeti. So, but yeah. But I said, no. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, yeah, no, not at all. Every fucking 4th of July and Easter, the weather's shitty. until I finally get a good 4th of July or Easter, then maybe. But until then, my whole life, I'll hear stories nonstop about how bad the weather is on 4th of July and Easter, you know, so. That's right, let's go ahead and do that. So, no, but it's been nice, you know, having her back. I kind of get those sounds of, you know, being yelled at. I love it. You know, I feel like I'm finally at home. Who would have thought? So, how many people here are married? The one. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up then. So, no, but it's been nice. We were seriously being married. I can't, you know, it's a wonderful thing. And, like, I've noticed a lot, I guess, apparently, you know, women turn out like their mothers. I don't know if there's any women out here tonight. However you want to identify, that's fine. But, yeah, you're going to turn out like your mother, I promise. So, any guys on a date, look at that. I just saw one head turn like, oh, shit. Not good. No, but, you know, they've got their great qualities about them. You just have to focus on that. But I'm a big wrestling fan, professional wrestling fan. So I watch a guy, a YouTuber, Jim Cornette. I don't know if you watch him, but he's got a foul mouth, and his voice is kind of annoying. And my wife's not a huge fan of him. And so when she sort of, as I like to call her, DJ, which stands for Deb Jr., because that's her mom's name, and she starts acting like that, I'm like, you know, I'm putting some Jim Cornette on, and she finally will sort of quit talking, and she leaves the room because she can't stand her. So while she's been gone on this trip with her mother, she calls me. She's like, Mom won't quit talking. She just keeps complaining about everything, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm just like, just leave, you know, what do you want me to do? Which oddly enough, that would be a DJ moment, which she's doing to me. So I obviously can't call her, hey Kettle, quit calling the pot black, you know, not a good idea. I still want to be happily married, and I still am. So, but I was like, well, hey, why don't you put some Jim Cornette on? And she says, that's a great idea. She'll just finally leave the room. Thanks, son, love you, bye. She hangs up, and I'm like, I don't think she realized the trick yet either. Good, I can keep using it, because that was the safest way of saying don't do it. But anyway, just a tip to you. I see a young group of women right there. I'm telling you, do your best. Do your best not to be, okay? You might think this is comedy night. These are jokes. This is serious. I'm trying to help you, so do your best next time. Alrighty. Anyway, have a good evening. Thanks for being here. See y'all later.
Oh yeah, give it up to Cody. Woo! Well done. I like to juice myself up a little. There we go.